What do I think after glitch? What I think is I need to find a way to keep my mentality in a better place, even when things aren't going well. I feel like it was in a good place in my set against a Buzz, but it just wasn't afterwards. And that cost me a lot. Olimar Falcon? I think Olimar Falcon is even, personally. Wait, it's your birthday, Chris? Nice! Happy birthday, buddy! I feel like to an extent, but I also definitely missed out on some things. Because I feel like Dabuz had a really good plan for the matchup, and I kind of had to improvise to a lot of it on the fly, and it didn't entirely work out. I also didn't realize that Rosa in this game was still just as capable of just completely oppressing you at the ledge. Because I remember in that last situation, I probably should have done something differently, to where Falcon might actually have nothing from that, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, baby. It's time for my favorite game! Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dude, my jab is so good. Also, this layout on the sides kind of reminds me of Worms. Any of you guys ever played Worms? You know, like the turn-based, But as for improving your neutral, it's mostly just a matter of realizing that Falcon as a character doesn't really have a way of imposing himself on his opponents due to his relatively small hitboxes and such. But because of your strong mobility, burst options, and what you can gain from getting in, doing well with Falcon isn't about imposing something on your opponents so much as it's just realizing what exactly your opponents are trying to do to win neutral, and then just focusing your game plan on negating their game plan. So the main thing you should be working on for getting better with neutral and Falcon is just really taking your time to make sure you have a well thought out game plan for how your opponents are going to try and win neutral against you, and then ask yourself, what can you do to beat this? What can you do to beat that? So on and so forth. Because that's really how Falcon wins. You figure out what your opponent wants, and then you punish them for it. You can't really do it the other way around, so... outside of, like, if you're playing K-Rool. But if you're playing against K-Rool, you should be winning anyway, so who cares, right? Yeah, Magumaru, I try and figure out when they want to do grounded options, spot dodge, and other stuff like that I can readily punish with it. Because that's the stuff that you're going to be best suited to getting Nair 1 punishes off of in the first place. Can you chain spot dashes? Kid Link, basically, it's a way of doing a very minimalist movement on the ground that's kind of like a byproduct of dash dancing, but you don't really go anywhere. That's basically a spot dash, is that what I just did right there. Like, it doesn't look like much, but basically it's a way of stuttering so that your opponent will see that you're moving and react to the movement. So it's actually very similar in principle to dash dancing, except you're just not moving. What did I think cost me to lose to Dabuz? Unfamiliarity with some of Rosa's stuff definitely helped, because he definitely hit me with some stuff where I was like, really? That's a thing? Alright. And I kind of just had to respect it and deal with it. I also need to lab my ledge options against her, because that last situation where he won game 3, I feel like I had literally no options that wouldn't get me killed. But But like maybe I could have done some kind of aerial to hit Luma and get through that one ledge trap. Or maybe I could have done a directional air dodge up and through it and then somehow landed between Luma and Rosa waving the wand. I don't know. It's hard to say. The fucking ESAM pop-off matchup? I'm pretty happy that ESAM won Glitch. So yeah, Muka, since you didn't get to watch Glitch, ESAM won. He won his first major. Man, I had such a good path to top 8 if I didn't lose to Dabuz. I would have had to immediately play Jackal, and I have an amazing record against Wolf players. So I'm pretty confident I would have won that solidly. And then I would have been in winner's quarters versus Light, and that's another, like... I'm not gonna say it's a great matchup, but... I feel like I'm more likely to beat Light than a lot of other top players. Because Falcon Fox is... It's not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, when ESAM won the tournament, Muka, like he had a big pop off, but it honestly didn't last that long, and then he just sat on the ground and cried for a while. I was really happy for him. Like you could tell he's wanted this for so long, and when he finally got it, he kind of just broke down. He's like, "Oh my god. I did it." I feel like the reality of all those years of work kind of just kicked in and overwhelmed him, you know? Tweak went almost all Banjo. He got 5th with almost entirely Banjo. Not bad, not bad. At this point, I'm not even that surprised, honestly. Tweak at this point is basically a Russian roulette main. And I feel like because he's not bound to any character in particular, his skill sets can much more easily transfer than a lot of top players, which combined with his work ethic is one of the reasons why he's able to succeed with so many characters. Because he doesn't really bind himself to anyone. But it's looking like it, Yeti. Enough people have wanted me to play the Goose game for a while now. I remember it was originally Kid Link's idea, but then a lot of other people were like, hey, that sounds great. And then I like the sound of it, so why not, right? But yeah, as far as I know, we're going to be able to keep this merch on sale for quite a while, so hope you guys look forward to all the cool stuff that's coming out of it, and I'm planning on setting up a lot of stuff once that's done with as well. He kept taunting? Madman. That's like so extra. Boop. Understandable. 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 Have a nice day. But Vision, I do think that Falcon Rosa's might be harder in this game. It's funny because Falcon and Rosa are overall worse in this game. But Rosa might actually win in this game, whereas I thought that Falcon Rosa and Smash 4 was even. It's hard to say though, because I've played the matchup so little that I don't know how much of it is just the matchup being the matchup and how much of it is just me not knowing the matchup better. It's so hard to say when it's that early on, you know? It was definitely very winnable. Lord Allen? I feel like the main reason was one of the things that made it pretty good for us in Smash 4 was the teleport grab. And obviously Falcon doesn't have that anymore. Which is a good thing because the teleport grab was honestly really stupid. I like that in this game they redesigned Falcon to, you know, actually be a nuanced character instead of teleport grab and fast fall up air simulator. Dude, there's so few Falcons in Georgia. Like, in the Smash 4 days, Georgia was a Falcon state, and we had so many, and I really loved it. But I feel like the Falcons have slowly but surely been just going to play other characters. I would definitely like it if I had some more Falcon brothers at like locals, like the old days. Oh yeah, Lord Allen. There was a heavies only bracket at Glitch where only the top heaviest, the 8 heaviest characters in the game were allowed. I just went all Ganon and I won. I think it had like 60 something entrants. Not bad for a side event.